Alright, welcome back. So, on this trail, we are going to format reports. Now, this is going to be fun, okay? So, we want to have answers, right? Answers to any question. So, this report will help us to provide answers to anybody who is asking a question. For example, you are asking a question. I want to know how many people in California that drives a Toyota. We can take a look at that. Or you are a head of the emergency response team in a hospital and there has been an accident and you want to know all the donors' blood type available all across the country. So you would see, for the day we need 3 donors, one blood type AB, one blood type O negative, and one blood type A positive. 3 accidents happened, and we need to find a donor fast anywhere in the United States, and we want to send a helicopter to pick them up and first call them if they are willing to, give their blood, and so on and so forth. So those are answers, example of answers we can provide using a report depending on what organization you are helping, okay, where you are working. So let's go ahead and dive in. So on this particular trail, we are going to discuss 3 report types that's available to Salesforce. The first one is tabular reports. The second one is summary reports. The third one is matrix reports. So let's go ahead and dive in because seeing with your eyes is way better than reading all this text and trying to understand it in your head. So let's go and see it together. All right. So I'm going to go and dive into my hands-on org here as usual. And I'm going to log into my resourceful panda Trailhead. Now, remember on the previous trail, we have loaded a fake data with contacts having addresses, the vehicles they drive, also the blood type. If you don't have those, please refer back to the previous course trail and load them up yourself so that you can follow along. You have to follow along with me here. So as you watch, put one monitor, hopefully you have 2 monitors, or split your screen here. One side to watch this video, or the top screen to watch the video, and the bottom screen to actually follow along. Okay, so if you're just watching, well, you can watch first, then watch the second time to actually follow along with me. Okay, so enough said, let's go ahead. So we are going to head to reports. Okay, so the first story or case or example is we want to, this is a tabular report. The most simplest report is a list. So we want to invite everybody who lives in California and ask them if they want to participate, volunteering, helping out with the wildfires across Northern California and Southern California that's happening right now. So we are inviting people if they want to help, and we can call them, we can email them, or we can send them a letter. Okay, but a letter, that's way too slow. We might want to call them or email them. So let's go ahead, let's invite those people. New report. So I'm gonna go to contacts and accounts because we are going to find answers on this object contacts who are living in California. Okay, so we can even divide that with cities so we can know which city they live in and how close they are in the fire. Okay, so they can help out volunteering, like barbecuing or preparing food for the firefighters and so on. And I'm gonna go hit continue here. So we are going to create a tabular report. This is the first one, and it's just a list of names. Okay. Oh, come on. Let's refresh that. Sometimes that happens. So okay, contacts, continue. There we go. So you see all of the information is too much, right? If you scroll, whoa, it's loading everything. So first thing I like to do is remove all of it. So you can do from columns here. This is all the information that we are seeing. Salutation, right? First name, last name, title. So if I take this one out, title is gone. Boom, gone, right? Mailing city, if I remove this, mailing city, this is mailing city, boom, gone. So I want to take everything out. Okay, I just want to pick the ones I want to see. So remove all column, which I just did that, remove all columns, so it's all gone. So I want to call and email people living in California. All right. So let's do that. I want their name, so I know who I'm talking with or emailing. I want the surname or the last name. I want their state, which is just California. I want their phone number, so I can call them up. And I want their email, so I can email them up as well. All right. So there. So we have everybody, but we just want to see California. Therefore, we go to filters. So you filter who you want to pull or see. Okay, so also you can change this from just your contacts to everybody. I want to see everybody. And the created date is I want to see everybody. So all time. The contact was created at any time, all time. All right. Basically, it's pulling everyone. So now we add a filter. So we just want to see people who are living in here, California. So the state equals state equals California, CA. All right. So I'm going to hit apply. So we have 2. And if I run, we should have more than 2, right? So this is just a preview. See preview. A limited number of records. Run the report to see everything. Let's see. I think we should have more than that. Just 2 records. All right. Let me see if I'm doing something wrong. So we have all accounts, created all time, mailing state and province. If I change this back to my contacts, oh, all right. Maybe it has something to do with roles and things. So let me flip back to just my contacts right now, okay? Because this is a demo. I did not prepare all the permissions and everything when we are doing this demo and trails. So let me stick with my contacts. Created all time equals California. Now we have more records, right? There, 175 people living in California. Now this is a tabular report. So it's just listing names. So it's listing, right? So this is handy when we want to send out emails or call. So I can start calling them now. Oh, Mr. Parker, we have a fire, as you know, in Northern California. Would you be able to help us volunteering, cooking for the firefighters or preparing, I don't know, whatever is needed. So you can call them one at a time or email them, right? And then we see some blank emails here. So if we want to email everybody in California on our contact list, we want to make sure we have the ones with emails, right? So those are blanks. Now we want to take this out. So if I go edit, I'm going to say it has to have an email, the record. So I go back to filter and I say email, right? Email. It has to be something. So not equal to blank. I don't want it a blank. Okay. Apply. And now if we run again, as you can see, everybody have an email now. There is no blank emails. So now we can email everybody, inviting them. As you are aware that we are having a wildfire outbreak in the northern and southern California, would you be able to help us out? So that is a tabular report. You can call the list, you can email the list, you can send letters of invitation to people. Maybe you are inviting to an event or anything, gathering, right? So those tabulars are helpful for that. So what about the next one, which is summary? Summary, as the name says, it's to count. Summary, right? To count the number of people. So now let's go to another different story. So we are done with the example of the California fire, the wildfire. Now we go back. So scratch that story. Now we are an automobile repair shop, for example, and we are wanting to offer people who have bought cars from us, not a repair shop, retail, stores that are a dealership. We are selling cars, and we want to follow up with these people who have bought cars from us, if they want to trade in with a newer car and things like that. So now we sell cars. Okay, we sell cars, and we want to check out how many people bought what car. All right, so let's go ahead with this story. So I'm going to hit new report here. And remember, on the previous trail, we have created contacts with vehicle. Contacts with vehicle. So contacts who owns a car in our database, in our records. So I'm going to hit continue. So here we have the full name and the vehicle brand, right? So let's go back here and change. It doesn't have anything to do with birth date. So I'm going to hit create a date, all time. Okay. The contact or the record was created in any time. And so we have some people there. All right. Now go back to our outline. So we sell cars, right? Do we have a year? I think we have a year, hopefully. Year made. There. So this person, Tina Carter, a fake person, okay, bought a Kia 2010 Kia with us, okay? So we might want to offer her, we have 2019 Kia. It's used as well, so it's not as expensive. Would you want to buy a newer Kia, Tina? We have an offer $5,000 off if you buy it this month. Would you like that, Tina? So we want to make an offer, but we are not ready yet to send out all the invitations or all the offers. We want to know how many people have Kia, how many have Dodge, how many have Hyundai, Fiat, Ford, and so on. So we want to know how many. We want to count, okay? So that's what a summary report is for. It's for counting. So to do that, we are going to add a group. We are going to group by the vehicle brand, okay? Vehicle brand. So I'm going to type brand. You will see how it looked like here. Now, see, it's sorted alphabetically. Now I have to run this, okay? And I want to take this offer now so it's not confusing. I'm going to take this out, the year made. So I don't even want to know the name, but we'll see. If I run this, see, you see AC. What is that? I don't know the brand of AC, but Acura. But you have all these names, right? Because it's listing the details. Now at the bottom here, I don't want the details. I don't care about the names yet. I want to see how many Acura, 29, right? So I'm going to toggle off the details. Boom. That's what I want to see. So we have 29 customers who bought Acura, and we can even sort this, right? I can hit record count. Wait, not yet, but we can sort the record count, but that's okay. So let's see. Chevrolet 62 people, Dodge 22 people, Ford 83 people, Honda 41. So for example, if I scroll this, when I have some new Nissans, right? As you can see here, Nissan. I have some new 2019 Nissans on the lot there, and I want to sell them. So I want to ask these people who own a Nissan. We have 62 customers who bought Nissans with us before. So you know what? Let's call them up. So this is a what? A tabular. This was a summary. So this is a summary, right? You see the record counts there, right? So I'm gonna go back to my report and I'm going to change it back to a tabular. Now I know how much Nissan 62. Now I want to call them up. Now I can change this to brand equals Nissan. So we have that, but now we want to show the details and we want to call them up and email them again. So full name, we want to email these people, also call them up, ask the sales team to call them up, not call, phone. So phone them, right? And we want to see the details now because we're actually going to call these people, see? So I'm going to hit run again and we will have 62 Nissan still, right? Everybody who owns a Nissan. And I'm going to have my sales team to call them up. But what year were their vehicles? Let's go back. I want my sales team to know the year of the car. Year made. So you see, right? You can even sort that. I'm going to run. So we can sort this by year and then, whoa, this is old cars, right? So my sales team is going to call them, hey, Tony, we know that you bought a 1993 Nissan with us before. So we have a newer one on stock and it's on sale. Would you want to buy it from us? You know, trade in your 1993. And then we're just going to call the whole list and see who wants to buy, right? So that's the whole point of summary. You count it or you can just stop at counting if you want to know information about how many people, in regards to whatever case you have, and then you can go back to tabular to actually see them. So this is a practical example on how tabular and summary can be used together. So now let's go back to the last type, which is a matrix report. Okay, so matrix report combines a grouping of columns and grouping of rows. So let's see. Let's go back to the report builder and scratch that car sales story. We are going to make a new story. Now we run a hospital. A hospital. We have you are in charge of the night shift of this huge hospital in a big city, and there has been 5 bad accidents happen just tonight, and we need blood donor or maybe organ donor. But to be able to get the right people, we have to know their blood type and where they live, the closest location. We want to call them up. All right. So we have 5 accidents and we want to call 5 of our donors, not 5. We want to call the donor list and ask them if they would be willing to help a person who is needing help. It's a life or death situation. Okay. So I'm going to go make a new report here. We're going to go through contacts. Okay. So we are now running a hospital. So you have been asked, it blanks out again, so I'm going to refresh that guy here. You have been asked, can you pull all our blood donor list and pull everybody who have AB blood type in California. We want to call them up. How many are there? First, I want to know how many are there, and then we want to call them up, okay? That's your task. So back to contacts and accounts, the report type, because we are reporting on a contact object. So next. So first, as usual, I want to clear everything out. It's so cluttered here. Click there, remove all columns, okay? So I don't care about the names yet. I want to know where they live. The state first, right? And then I want to know, let's do with the state first, okay? So now I'm going to add a group and the blood type. I'm going to group by blood type here. So now let's scratch it. Okay, I'm going to group by city first, by city, not city, state. State here actually. I want to group by state. And we want to add maybe a name. That's the detail. Okay. The phone. And the email. So if I run this is a summary. So you see people who lives in Arkansas. There is this many people who live in Alabama, AL. This many people, right? But now I just want to see the blood type. How many have O positive? How many have AB negative, right? So if I edit this, I want to add a column, a group column, which is the blood type. Now you'll see here. Aha. You see the count here? So in Alabama, we have one person who is A positive. But this is also just a sample. You have to see a previewing a limited number of records. So you have to actually run the report to actually see the actual numbers. So there you have it. 14, 6 of AB. Right, the blood type is AB. We have 6 people or 6 donor. A plus, we have 14, right? So we have all this data. Now we can see better, but this is still cluttered, right? So I want to filter it a bit because we have an accident, 5 accident in this hospital, and their blood type is, let's pretend, their blood type equals, not equals, contains, or yeah, equals. And you can use a comma here, right? So it's AB and O positive. O positive. All right. So if I hit apply here, I think the positive throw it. So because there's a positive sign here, I think it doesn't like it. So I'm going to change that to just, equals AB. So the blood type is AB. And then another one, blood type is also an O. Is it O positive, right? And I want to change this filter at a logic 1 or 2. What on earth? What just happened? Okay, don't be confused. This is a logic. So the blood type equals AB or It's not and. So, or if the blood types equals O plus, I want to list them as well, please. So I think, yeah, I think we just put an O there. Still not showing. Contains. Let's use contains, okay? Because it's an O plus, I'm pretty sure. Let's run it then. If I run this, we're just still seeing just A, B here, okay? I want to include O as well. So if I go back to my filter, don't get confused here, okay? Follow me along. So blood type contains, oh, maybe am I typing 0 there? Oh, I was typing 0. Okay, it's supposed to be O, not 0, right? Because did you see the shape there? It's supposed to be O, not 0. Oh, okay. Now that's what it's supposed to be. You know, this is real life, so things like that happen, and then you scratch your head. Why is it not appearing? What did I do wrong? This is weird, right? And you find out you enter a 0 instead of an O. Okay, now I got it. Now, you see this number, but I want to take out the detail rows because we don't need this row now. So, take this out. So we see all this, right? We see the blood type and people from Arkansas, only 1 person there and 8 there. Maybe I'm going to call California because we are actually in California and the hospital is in California. We have 12 people there, 62 O plus and 12 people AB blood type. So we can call this. So they can help us, with this patients who needs their blood. Would you be willing to help, right? So let's start from California and then what else? Well, let's do just California. So let's not make this complicated, the example, okay? So I'm gonna edit this again. Now we know I'm gonna make my detail rows and filter just California, okay? The state just California, and now we can just see the California total AB and O plus, and I'm gonna run this. So you see O plus have 62 people having the blood type of O plus and 12 people having the blood type of AB. So we are going to ask these people if they are willing to donate their blood. But where do they live? We want to know where they live exactly, right? So let's check out their city and actually their street. Why? We are going to send a helicopter to them if they are willing to donate. Okay, so we are going to run. Remember, this is fake data. Okay, this is fake data. So I'm gonna ask my medical team response team and call Anne, Douglas, Anita, Dale. Would they be willing to donate their blood? And if they are willing, we are going to send them a helicopter to pick them up right away because the patient is in critical condition. So we will be sending them a helicopter and pick them up and then send them back home again afterwards with a helicopter as well. So because it's an emergency. So that's how the matrix report can be used. Pretty awesome, right? Well, that's about it. So do we want to do the challenge here? That's a pretty long video already, but I think this should be easy. Okay, after we did all that should be easy. I'm going to hit the report and we're going to do the challenge together. Create a report to show cases. Okay, so this is the example. So let's create a report. So case status. We'll follow along. New report. The report type is case. Okay, it keeps blanking out on me like this. So I'm going to refresh it again. I'm not going to wait. if it's glitching. So I'm gonna make a report type of what? Case. So that's what it's being asked for the challenge. The challenge should be simple. And then I'm gonna actually save this, right? Save, and it's called case status. That's what the challenge wants us to save, case status, and range all time. Okay, I'm gonna save this guy. It is all time. Include these fields: owner, subject, account name. Okay, so include these fields: owner, case owner, it's already there probably. Owner, account is already there. Owner, subject, account name is already there. So owner, subject, account name, right? So what else do we have to do? Group by status. Oh, this is super easy. So you group it by status. Why? So you will know how many have this status. So if I run this report, you see new status. If I just take off the detailed rows at the bottom here, so we have new status 3 and close 23 cases. So we know how many we have to work on today. We have, just 3 to work on today for this example. So I'm gonna save that. Did I save it? I haven't saved it, I don't think. So I'm gonna save this and check the challenge. Check challenge to earn 500 points. So it's been fun, right? So you can help anybody in your organization to give answers on whatever answers they need. So next we are going to talk about visualize. Whoa, charts, dude, charts. This is cool. Okay, visualize your data with the Lightning Dashboard Builder. So I'll see you on the next course. Boom, 500 points. Good job, guys.